Good YouTube, back with another motherfucking W video. And today we're gonna be reacting to Young Don as he reacts to this clown ass nigga Nick Fuentes. You already know what's the deal. You already know what's the deal, man. Let's check it out.
You think that's more right wing? I don't think that's more right wing. I think that should.
By the way, to answer his question,
they're calling Nick moderate now. His own fans are saying you're kind of soft, dude. You sound a little you actually sound a little liberal. You don't want to kill all the blacks. You don't want to kill all the illegal immigrants. There's nothing more right wing than Hitler and Mussolini. Those guys didn't get the fucking respect and reputation they had by being pussies. You got to be willing to boot up the fucking gas chambers, man. Are you even conservative? I don't know. In 2025, if you're not willing to just like slaughter 40% of the population, are you even a Republican? Are you even conservative? Come on.
Clown ass shit, man.
Nick Fuentes despises his own supporters with a passion. Video by Kyle Kalinske, aka Secular Talk. Yeah, man, we are seeing history repeat itself. Nick Fuentes is doing the same thing Donald Trump did to MAGA. Let's dive in.
A very astute point that I've seen some people make online is that it was the establishment Republicans that ended up accidentally creating the monster of Trumpism, the monster of MAGA.
That's exactly right.
What we're witnessing now is history repeating itself because now the monster of MAGA is creating
America First.
The monster of Nick Fuentes and America First, let's call it, because that's what he wants to call it, right?
And just understand, Nick Fuentes isn't America First. He's Nick Fuentes First, just like all these other conservative grifters. Let's continue.
So, and the same way that Trump was like mocked and derided and dismissed in 2016, and then he went on to win, it feels very similar what's going on now with Nick Fuentes.
1,000%. 1,000%. A year ago, 2 years ago, nobody ever thought that Nick Fuentes would be the biggest young man under 40 speaking to the conservative base of this country. But yet here we are.
Like his particular ideology and mindset of just white nationalism, like a more pure breed of white nationalism, that is going to replace this MAGA shit.
Right.
Well, what if I told you that process is now rapidly speeding up even more? And now you have Nick Fuentes' ideology is looking to potentially be replaced with something even worse and even more aggressive.
How?
Ready? So watch this.
How is that even possible? How is that possible? We're about to find out.
Line populism position in the recent past. Regardless, there is a growing coalition further to the right than where your voice currently resides.
A growing coalition further to the right than where your voice currently resides. Wow. They're saying, Nick, you're too much of a pussy, dude. You're kind of soft.
Bro, this whole Republican white conservative shit is getting out of hand, bro. It's just bad. It's just bad for real, bro. It's just, oh my god.
You're softening up on us, and there's a good reason for that. We'll dive into that in a second.
Bro,
but others, would you support more optical, relevant guys who are further right to the right than you?
There's nobody further to the right than me, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think there are sickos. There are sickos that are filled with hatred.
So a guy who said, I admire Hitler.
Right.
A guy who said Hitler was really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not. Do you see how racist this country really is now?
What fucking world
do you see how
is Hitler cool? Called mass genocides to the Jews, man. Didn't fuck with black people. Didn't fuck with anything that wasn't blonde hair, blue eyed. And he's cool.
fucked society has become? They're like, yeah, Nick, you using the hard R, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? That's cute. It was cool in 2023, maybe even 2024 and 2025. That shit doesn't even get my dick hard. Okay, that's what these racists are saying. And so it's like, yeah, man, we need something a little bit more. If you're not willing to bring the heat, we're going to have to find it somewhere else, man.
He goes, I'm as far right as there could be. There's nobody further to the right than me. There are sickos. It gets funnier. Ready? Here we go.
You know, when you say further to the right, you mean people that are attacking kids in public?
Right.
People that run up to a person with their kids and start yelling.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yelling at their kids.
Yep.
People that go on Monkey and attack little kids.
Yeah, if you're not willing to do that, you're not really with that shit, Nick. And that's what you need to understand.
Do you think that's more right wing? I don't think that's more right wing. I think that's just sick.
So the establishment Republicans helped create the monster of MAGA. MAGA helped create the monster of Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is about to help create the monster of what?
Right.
Something to the right of him. Something to the right of him.
Yeah, the sad part is none of these people are creating anything. These people are already here in the country. It's just that guys like Nick Fuentes, guys like Donald Trump, they finally gave these people a voice.
It's not just the ideological white nationalism. It's the ideological white nationalism plus make a point.
I used to fuck with Trump on some naive shit, but like, nah, he running this country to shit, bro. For real.
Point of being extra cruel and barbaric about it, right? It's the difference between Fuentes' idea of like, let's deport all the non-whites, and then somebody goes further than him and says, why wouldn't we just kill them?
Exactly. And if you're not willing to go there, Nick, I don't think you're actually committed to the cause.
Right? It's like the Ben Gvir, the Smotrich in Israel to their Netanyahu. Like, that's what, there's somebody to the right of Nick now. They're going, wait, there are people to the right of you. Do you not realize that? Like, what if they're right and you're wrong? Unbelievable.
You think that's more right wing? I don't think that's more right wing. I think that should.
By the way, to answer his question,
they're calling Nick moderate now. His own fans are saying you're kind of soft, dude. You sound a little you actually sound a little liberal. You don't want to kill all the blacks. You don't want to kill all the illegal immigrants. Yikes! I thought you had some balls on you, man.
I do think that's more right wing. The further right you go, the more cruel, the more barbaric. Of course, it's more right wing.
Yeah.
If you say let's deport all the non-white people, somebody's going to come along and say let's just kill them.
Yeah,
and
there's nothing more right wing than Hitler and Mussolini, and those guys didn't get the fucking respect and reputation they had by being pussies. You got to be willing to boot up the fucking gas chambers, man. If you're not willing to heat up the gas chambers, then are you even conservative? I don't know. In 2025, if you're not willing to just like slaughter 40% of the population, are you even a Republican? Are you even conservative? Come on. Stop playing with me.
That's going to be viewed as more right wing. That is more right wing.
Yeah. Say further to the right, you mean people that are attacking kids in public, people that run up to a person with their
know, this should be an awakening moment for these conservatives. It should be an awakening moment for you to realize that all of these people who are speaking to you, that are pandering to you, are grifters and don't even really believe the shit that you believe. Trump doesn't believe the shit you believe. The man used to vote Democrat, for Christ's sake. When he first campaigned, Donald Trump, that is, he campaigned on the idea that he was going to be the most pro-LGBTQ president we've ever seen.
I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology. Believe me.
Okay, and then of course he switched up because he realized in order to appeal to the most, a bigoted, vile portion of this country, he needed to turn up the volume. He needed to turn up the heat. And so that's what Nick Fuentes provided. As Donald Trump, right, got into his presidency and realized, okay, I can't be that extreme with my rhetoric. He tries to navigate the political playing field without sounding too insane. And Nick Fuentes, he's getting interviews with Tucker Carlson. He's being sang praises by some of the biggest conservative names in America. He's being defended by people he's even attacked, like Candace Owens, like Megyn Kelly. And what he's seeing is dollar signs. He's seeing that he is on the precipice of breaking into that level of fame and success and notoriety where he'll be making Candace Owens money, where he'll be making Tucker Carlson money. He sees that he could be making Bill O'Reilly money. He could be selling books by the millions, but you can't do that saying, hey, we need to kill all the blacks. We need to put all the black people in prison. You really can't do that. You can't do that saying the hard R on a daily basis. And so he's like, okay, I got to start to tone this shit back. I have to reel this back, tone it down.
Like Young Don said, it's just a grift. That's all it is, just to get money. That's all it is. It's not truth.
He's even said this on his show multiple times, that he needs to calm it down. Why? Because he wants to be more marketable, because he doesn't even agree with you. He doesn't even believe the things that he says. He just said it to garner an extreme audience. It's no different than Neon.
I will whip you. I will whip you. And bitch, stupid whore, dumbass black monkey tree, suck my dick, bitch. No in front of people that lost their lives on 9/11. Deadass, you dumb black tree.
right? Neon became famous by saying the most outrageous things to and about black people. But what happened to Neon? Once he got to fame, he's like, okay, I want to turn these viewers into money, but I can't do that behaving like this. And so I got to stop being a fucking just overt racist.
Clown.
And really recap and apologize for everything that I've done and the mistakes I've made as a person. You know, in my career I've made a lot of mistakes and I've made a lot of you know, bad decisions.
Good bad Jeep, man.
But that was by far one of my worst things that I've ever said or done, and I want to sincerely apologize for what I said. That was not something that comes out of a person like me's mouth ever.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
And Nick Fuentes is going through the same cycle, and I promise you this, every single conservative spokesperson that pops up, like these people that this guy mentioned in the super chat, in the donation, they will also go through the same metamorphosis, because they are all hyper capitalists. They all care about money over everything. America first would really mean the American people first, and the only truly American people first position is a socialist position. Why? Because it's the one that seeks to take the money from the billionaires that are fucking all of us collectively, white, black, and everything in between. If you make less than $100 million a year, you're probably getting fucked by the billionaires. And in order to do that, we need to take money from them, stop cutting their taxes, raise their taxes, and then take that money and then distribute it to the American people. We need to put policies in place that make it harder for these CEOs and business owners that are worth hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. We need to make it harder for them to take advantage of their employees. We need to make it easier for us to have a living wage. We need to unionize. We need to put, expand the welfare system, make it easier for everybody who needs to have access to those things that they need. But that's a socialist position. That's a liberal position. And so Nick can't do that because he's branded himself as a conservative. Even if he...
But you see, Young Don's like, bro, what does he say? How can you hear what he says and like, nah, like, that's wrong. Like, everything I heard from that take is good. It helps our society. These billionaires don't need no more money, bro. They'll be straight. If they're losing an extra 2-3 million a year, they'll be straight. They won't even miss it. If you're worth billions, you don't need an extra 3-5 million, bro. I promise you, they're not gonna miss it, bro.
Becomes a super moderate conservative. He can't go all the way and become straight up socialist. And so for that reason, Nick Fuentes, unless he actually has a true conversion and becomes a full-blown liberal, he'll never actually push political agendas that are truly America first. America first looks like free healthcare, free college, okay, better infrastructure for our roads, and none of that is achievable without raising taxes on the rich, lowering our taxes, and redistributing the wealth of this country.
Kids and start yelling at their kids.
By the way, attacking kids in public, yeah, some people are doing that. They're called ICE, and you support them.
People that go on Monkey and attack little kids. You think that's more right wing? I don't think that's more right wing. I think that's just sick. And we have to stop pretending that maxing out cruelty and meanness is being more right wing.
But it is. It is. And the people who you're to your right who are saying that, they're correct and you're wrong. Like it's true.
Yeah.
In your ideology, the problem truly is it's black people, it's Hispanic people, it's the LGBTQ community, it's
Indians.
Muslims, it's Jews. In your ideology, there is a hierarchy of how human somebody is. And if they're a minority, they are less human by definition.
1,000%.
They're the problem, right? They are the parasites. They are the ones who are ruining your, white utopia.
Right.
So, yes, it is more right-wing for somebody to come along and say, okay, we agree that this is the problem. I'm going to handle them in a swifter and harsher way than you are.
Yeah.
You just want to deport them. I want to kill them. That is more right-wing. It is. There's no way around it, right? It's true.
Yeah.
So now, again, he helped create this beast. All those fucking, the edgy, we're just making edgy jokes about Hitler when I say I admire Hitler and Hitler was really fucking cool. Well, some of the people who you were talking to, you were memeing, you were joking, they meant it.
Yeah.
They meant it. Just like with Trump, you know, all the shit.
And that's exactly what he was doing. He was just being provocative, but he doesn't really mean this shit. He doesn't want to live in a fucking conservative world where, you know what I'm saying? I mean, is that what you want? Is that what it really means to be a conservative? Put laws back in place that forbid white women and black men from getting married or vice versa. Race mixing, essentially. That would be a more conservative position. But is that the same energy as, hey, don't take away my guns, don't fucking tread on me? Wow. But we've come to understand this with incredible clarity over the past year. Conservatives are complete hypocrites. The same shit they said we should lock people up for, when their guys do it, it's not that big a deal. Stop being a snowflake, right?
Even joke. Oh, you know, like he's going to stay in there if he loses, and then he tried to fucking stay in there if he loses. Right now with the fucking Trump 2028 merch. Oh, we're joking. It's just for the lulz until it's fucking not, and he tries to stay in there. So you guys are creating these monsters, these Frankenstein monsters, and you don't know how to deal with them.
We have to stop pretending that maxing out cruelty and meanness is being more right-wing. It's actually not necessarily ideologically more pure to just be a dick.
But it is.
To throw shit at people, to yell at people in public.
Wow.
You know, to just deliberately try to provoke people.
Wow.
That's different. So, no, I disagree with that.
Bugman sent $20.
But this is why right-wing politics is a cesspool, though. Because insofar as you think the actual problems are these individuals, these people that are part of a group, whether it be Muslims or Jews or gays or whatever, then yes, the more harshly you handle those people vis-a-vis policy, the more right-wing you're going to be. Whereas on the left, the focus of our ire is the systems. It's the system of capitalism.
Right.
The fact that it creates billionaires, for example, and corporations through their corruption rig the game and take all the take the bailouts, take the subsidies, take the tax cuts, and we get screwed. We got nothing left at the end of the day. So to be more left-wing means to critique the system and fix the system.
Right.
It means to tax billionaires out of existence, for example. Right? To lean more into equality. Everybody gets treated equally under the law. Everybody gets a fair shot.
Yeah.
Everybody gets free college and universal health care or free trade school and a living wage and all these different things. That's the more left you go, the more
The more you do that, the more we're thriving as a society.
closer to equality you get. The more left you go, the more close to a system that treats everybody fairly and kindly you get.
Yeah.
On the right, again, it's not about the system. It's about the individuals as part of a group.
Right.
So blame the minorities. And yeah, the harsher you treat them, the more right-wing you're going to be viewed. So he's also creating a Frankenstein monster, and that is wild. That now every now and then he'll say something that, you know, his own people will call him a fucking sellout, and they'll call him a race traitor and stuff. Because now you're not pure enough.
Right.
So they've created this race to the bottom, which is why, one of the many reasons why, this is how Nick really feels about his audience. Ready?
Taking my girlfriend to Ireland over Halloween. She told me I need to get a costume. Going to be interesting when she asks why I only packed a Burger King crown in my luggage. Hashtag she need made them. Caesar Augustus sent $20. How significant is the Siberian II deal between Russia and China?
I haven't read enough about it.
Judge Holden sent $10. What do you think about Kaczynski's thesis that modern ideologies, leftism, feminism, etc., are a symptom of the unnatural conditions placed
Oh
upon
my
us by
gosh, can you fuck off and kill yourself?
Half the power of the keys is the power of binding and loosing. This power is first given to Peter, the foremost apostle.
Oh my, read enough about it.
Judge Holden sent $10. What do you think about Kaczynski's thesis that modern ideologies, leftism, feminism, etc., are a symptom of the unnatural conditions placed
Oh
upon
my
us by
gosh,
post-industrial
can you
tech?
fuck off and kill yourself?
Half the power of the keys is the power of binding and loosing. This power is first given to Peter, the foremost apostle.
He's telling his own fans to fuck off and kill themselves. This is how he feels. He's disgusted by his own fan base. There's a part of him that I'm sure is ashamed that this is the bullshit he had to resort to become famous. Or maybe he's just, disgusted by the fact that these people are articulating what is the natural conclusion of his own political ideology. He's like, oh wow, is this what it looks like when people take my political positions to their logical extreme conclusion? Wow, this is dark.
Oh, right, you have no quote. You just have cope.
Red Pill Plug sent $50 as a near 100% ethnic German. Nice Heil Hitler and Heil Führer Fuentes, leader of the Fourth Reich. And above all, hail Jesus Christ who took the punishment on the cross which we deserve for our sins.
Oh
we
my
can win.
gosh.
It will take all of us creating solutions. A decentralized army.
He's like, this shit is so fucking cringe. These people are like, oh, I'm 100% German. Jesus Christ died for our sins. Fucking guy, shit. Can you just be a human for a second? That's what Nick is saying.
$15. Do you feel the same amount of empathy for the children in the Holocaust as you do for the children in Gaza today?
Yeah, I mean, to the extent that that's real.
Is there any room in your movement
to
for
the
orthodoxy?
extent that the Holocaust is real. What is he? Is he suggesting that no children died in the Holocaust? You see, why is Hitler cool if you don't believe that Hitler did all the Hitler shit? That don't make no sense. What?
Because you were a Catholic. But because
just stop being annoying as fuck.
Ryan MC Oski 3 sent $20. Is it such a bad thing that Palantir has our information compared to the CIA? Not to say it's a good thing, but the CIA and NSA have been spying on us for years. You think they haven't given out information out as well? I get the whole. Does the rise of Palantir level AI put the AF movement under a punch? If deployed against Americans, it could severely undermine two of our biggest strengths: online anonymity and the freedom to speak openly online. Any predictions on the direction the technology goes and its impact on free speech and privacy?
$100. This man is raking in the fucking bread. Shit.
You expand?
Thank you for the big super chat. I appreciate it. I should have never told anybody about Palantir, man. It's
not
just
sorry,
like...
sent $10. The H-1B Walmart employee told us her whole family came from India to help her after birth until their visas expired, while my fiancé has next to no help with her white baby. Why do whites throw their people to the wolves? Leon DeGroy sent $200.
Thank you for the...
I mean, look, guys, this is like half a dozen super chats that he has gotten in a row, and he fucking hates every single one of them. These are his most loyal contributors.
Big super chat, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Sent $10. American exists because 132 Puritans decided they absolutely could not take another day in England and boarded a ship into the unknown. The most American thing to do now is to leave. Cannot continue to submit to taxation without... Nita sent $50. Hey Nick, just started following recently, and now I'm a big fan. I'm worried about how our country is going to be forever ran by Israel, and we'll always be a puppet of them considering... Bro, I before life sent $10. My heart was shattered when you said you don't like American Psycho. What's next you're going to hate on
this shit funny as hell.
Do you think NPC theory is contradicted in any way by the mass awakening?
Obviously not. If anything, it confirms it.
Panic King sent $10. Not enough people talk about how we the people are obviously fed constant propaganda from TV, but our politicians are probably fed even more propaganda. But about a center once etc. I remember back in 2016 about Cambridge Angle, and how they ran macro targeted ads to drive racial tensions. Dark post. You have completely opened my eyes to the truth in the last month, and I'm looking for some guidance. What advice would you give a 20-year-old Christian man in these times of bullshit the government feeds us?
Dude, he hates this shit. He fucking hates it. I mean, this.
Hey, Nick, love the show. Praying for nothing but blessings to come your way. You have clearly opened my eyes to the truth in the last month, and I'm looking for some guys. What advice would you give a 20-year-old Christian man in these times of bullshit the government feeds us?
This seems like a genuine comment. He's not even saying anything crazy. He says, "Hey, Nick, love the show. Completely opened my eyes to the truth. I believe everything you're my dad." What advice would you give a 20-year-old Christian man? I mean, you talk about Jesus nonstop, right? In these times of bullshit, the government feeds us. This guy is giving him so many signals of saying, hey, I'm in the in-group. I'm a groiper through and through. This shit's in my DNA. Nick, I love you. Please, please give me guidance. How does Nick respond? Fucking this guy, man. Fuck, man. Why doesn't he just jump off a fucking building? That's how he's responding. Wow. Wow. Do you see now? Do you see it? It was all a grift. It was all a strategy to become famous so he can make a lot of money. And now that he's here, he wants you gone. He's got it now. He's got the viewership. He's got the clout. He doesn't want to do this shit anymore. He likes this version of America. He likes the version of America where it's not constantly on fire, where you don't have fucking Gestapo walking through the streets, shooting people, throwing babies into fucking ovens. He likes this shit, okay? He likes it. I mean, didn't he hang out with a dude who was dressed up like a fucking, well, what do you call those guys who dress up like animals, furries? Wasn't he hanging out with some kind of furry dude?
What the fuck?
You think that guy's conservative? Yeah,
hell
no. Come on, guys. Come on.
Live a simple life. Just go fuck off. Live a simple life, honestly. Just like stop paying attention to politics. Live a simple moral life.
Stop paying attention to politics and live a simple
That's
moral
all
life.
You talk about, Nick.
Wow. Guys, you need to understand this. Nick Fuentes is a young guy, right? He has a lot of money. He's very famous. He has a good head of hair, right? We can give him credit where credit is due. Why do you think he doesn't have a wife? He's a Christian man. He could easily, if he was a Muslim man, he could easily afford 10 wives at this point. Why do you think he don't got a wife? I know you've heard the rumors. Okay. You don't give a shit about that fucking Christian bullshit, bro. Wake up. It was all a grift. Just like how Trump used the Bible to con low information, poor white people who love Jesus into voting for him. Nick conned you into believing in him and fucking following him by selling you the same bullshit. And just like Trump, he's like, I don't really give a fuck about that shit, man. I got what I wanted. Now, please, fuck off. Thank you.
What advice would you give to a 20-year-old Christian man in these times of bullshit the government feeds us? Dude, you will be being fed shit your whole life, okay? Because you sound like a shovel-faced idiot. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Crazy, man. Donate his money and shit. Looks up to him, and he says that shit to him. That's insane. Like, wake up. Wake up. Nick Fuentes is not who you think he is if y'all watch him and fuck with him.
You send me a nice message, but like when you say a line like that,
a shovel-faced idiot. Exactly which part of this message sounded like a shovel-faced idiot? Was it the part where he says, "I'm praying for nothing but blessings to come your way"? Was that the part? Maybe it was the part where he said, "I completely agree with everything you preach, and I agree with it, and I'm thankful that you showed me the way." Maybe that was it. Or was it the part where he said he's a Christian man and that the government is feeding us bullshit and he just wants some advice on how to navigate life without falling into the bullshit? Which part of that exactly makes him sound like a shovel-faced idiot?
Crazy.
The reality is all of it. He thinks all of you that follow him are shovel-faced idiots that have just been used as useful tools and puppets. Your fucking idiotic bigotry was manipulated into making him famous, and now that he has the fame, well, he's like, okay, I'm good now. I'd like to continue to hang out with my furry friends and, just make a shit ton of money, write a few books like all these other conservative grifters, get rich, and, sail off into the sunset. Conservative grifters, get rich.
Tried to crack mansion presidents months ago. That ain't about 5.2 million. Shit, Lord.
And
you see his wife and shit, what she was doing? Oh my Lord.
Sail off into the sunset. That's what Nick wants, and you're getting in the way of that.
Live a simple life, honestly. Just like stop paying attention to politics. Live a simple moral life. What advice would you give to a 20-year-old Christian man in these times of bullshit the government feeds us? Dude, you will be being fed shit your whole life, okay? Because you sound like a shovel-faced idiot.
Wow.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that. You send me a nice message, but like when you say a line like that, in these times of government feeding us bullshit, like, dude, you just want to be fed. You want the government to feed you. You want me to feed you. Feed yourself, my friend. And if you can't, then just stop paying attention to politics.
Isaiah Hardman sent $12. I'd likely start a Christian nationalist party in Utah and win a House seat. Or should name be Populist Party or Nationalist Party to high power level or shift over to
What's wrong with that, Nick? That sound like your fucking song, bro.
Wake up, y'all.
A Christian nationalist party. That sound right up your alley. What? You don't like that?
Harris sent $10. Why do you push the global narrative faggot? There are no good optics to doing so. It's 2025. Maybe all the Zoomers are fleck. The Catholic Church genocided millions of Protestants in the 30 Years' War and an uncountable amount of pre-Protestant sects of the church. What gives the Pope authority to represent Christ to the point of genocide?
Based?
Samuel H. sent $10. Is it even worth the money to hear all of this retarded shit?
I mean, he despises his own audience. He absolutely despises them. Which, I mean, it begs the question, right? Mm-hmm. Like, is this just all like elaborate performance art?
Yeah, and his fan base, they're used to this. They were also neglected by their father. And so they're actually used to Nick is actually doing the right thing here. Because he's like, this is what these people like. This is what they're used to. They're used to being treated like absolute shit by the people in their lives, by the politicians that they vote for, by their own biological parents. And so Nick is just, again, giving them what they're used to.
Because, of course, there's the allegations. Remember with the whole Catboy thing where he, like, went and met up with some Catboy? And, I mean...
Yeah. Look, I have no hard evidence for it, but I think Nick Fuentes is probably bisexual. He's probably gay. He's hanging out with furry boys. He's,
I already told you one of my reactions. That nigga give me virgin vibes, bro.
He's got gay porn up on...
Wow, that's insane.
His computer. Like a lot of boys.
They caught that as a clip.
He's got gay porn up on his...
Yo. Wow. That is insane, bro.
Computer. Like a lot of these super religious Christians, the reality is he has his own internal problems that he's constantly battling with. This is why he doesn't have a wife. This is what I was talking about earlier. No truly Christian man of means that is able to attract a woman would continue to go unmarried. Unless he was, of course, a man of the cloth, as they say, like a priest or something where celibacy was mandatory. He sold you a crock of bullshit that the reason he's celibate and doesn't have a woman is because, he's dedicated to the cause or some shit. Yeah. Listen, you don't need to be... I mean, Charlie Kirk got a wife. Okay, Charlie Kirk, he was making far more waves than Nick Fuentes before he died. Okay, who doesn't want pussy? That's why they get married. That's why these Christians, they all get married young as soon as they're able to, because all straight men want pussy. But as a Christian, you can't get pussy outside of marriage. And so what do? You get married. So why isn't Nick Fuentes married if he's not trying to become a fucking Catholic priest or something? It's because he likes hanging out with boys who dress up in little furry suits. Not even.
This is just crazy, bro.
Exactly conservative. But you look past that, just like how many people who are still MAGA look past the clear evidence that Donald Trump is a sick man and was up.
Look at that, bro.
To no good.
Trump a weirdo too, bro. Crazy.
The Tapestry.
With Jeffrey Epstein.
If you hate your audience this much, and now many of them are moving to the right of you, you can just not, like, you don't have to do this, bro. You don't have to do this. You can just wrap it up. You can just take up a new hobby, take up a new job, go do something else. It looks like your heart's really not even in it anymore, man. Like, you really hate these people. You really hate the people who are paying your fucking bills and who look up to you and stuff like that. So, I don't know, man.
Listen, Nick, I'm talking to you directly now. Dude, I know you feel trapped. I know you feel trapped by your own audience. Right? It happens to online influencers all the time. It's not too late, dude. You're young, you're talented, okay, you're smart. Use your fucking brain for good, dude, and align with the side politically that actually allows you to be who you
truly are, man.
We don't give a
You need to stop hiding. Come out the closet, man. If that's you, come out the closet, bro.
Fuck if you hang out with fucking furry dudes, bro. We don't give a fuck if you watch gay porn over here. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? You could actually do some good. You can convert some of your fucking racist, bigoted fans into sensible, normal human beings. You actually have that at your disposal, and it's going to take a little while. You got a lot of momentum going in the wrong direction, and so it's going to take a little while. But you know, if your conversion is genuine and your conviction is strong, and you just keep pushing forward, genuine, and your conviction is. But you know, if your conversion is genuine and your conviction is strong, and you just keep pushing forward, you can become a force for good. Just look at Paul from the Bible. He went from killing Christians to being the most famous apostle who's ever lived. Yeah, man. And so the best move is to just abandon this shit altogether, start over, you know, and go approach this shit from a more sensible, normal, moral point of view. But guys, that's the video. You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Alright, man, another W video for motherfucking Young Don Reacts, man. If y'all enjoyed that video,
and I don't even know what the fuck I'm going. I'm just trying to live my life. He was a real dude though. When nigga got caught in jail, they stuck on ice. He went broke, he a poor boy. Now he keep talking about shit that his dad don't like. Shit ain't shit, fella, it's just life. He that money.